Thank you, Gurinder Singh ji, for your time. You are one of the prominent Sikh Americans who have fought for the community. You have helped the community. We would like to hear from you. What is your immigration story from Punjab to Indiana?
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I was born in the village of Adoi. It's in district of Ambala, Haryana. And I want to share a little background of before even I was born. And as we are all aware, in 1947 partition, a lot of Hindus and Sikh families, they were migrated from Pakistan, Punjab, and that became Pakistan to India. So unfortunately, that was a very rough time, and in that time, my mother was born in Gujranwala, and my father was born in a refugee camp. So even before I got married, I'm sorry, before I was born, my mother was only 3 days old when she was migrated along with her parents to India, and her early childhood was in a refugee camp, and that's why she could never had any formal education. And on my father's side, he was born in a refugee camp, but he was a little lucky that he went to high school and did his civil diploma in civil engineering. So I was born in Adoi, and that time my parents were there, and I started my early childhood education in a government school, and then later on I did my 10+2 from Minerva Academy in Chandigarh, and that's how I started my early childhood education. And along with when I was at the village, along with my father, I used to help my father at the farm, as we all know, in a typical Punjabi farming village in India. So it was very. I started my very humble life, and I was so blessed that I got a chance to go to a private college in Chandigarh, and where I did my bachelor's in economics and mathematics, and then I did my master's in geography, and that's how I started my early life up to 22 years in India.
And then how did you come to US?
Then I was very fortunate that mm, I wrote 4 research papers, and those were accepted in the U.S. Department of Interior invited me, and I that's how I came to U.S. In early 1996, and then I moved to U.S. After that, when I came to U.S., and then I realized that um, this country is where you can have American dream, you know. So my three reason why I came to US was first of foremost was dignity and respect, and second is safety, security, and justice, and third of obviously is economic and education opportunities. And when I got to US, I had no plan to pursue my career or life here, but America was very promising land, and that's why I plan to.
Then
And the
how did
rest
you
is
move
it.
from, now we are in Indiana, how did you move from California to Indiana?
How I got to Indiana? I came to know that Indiana started accepting US dollar, and that's how I got here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
Huh.
But what happened is, as you know, Sikh community is in trucking, and as our Sikh community trucking industry presence was growing. So, what happened is that in especially in the Midwest, a lot of areas here they were not aware of Sikhs, and Sikhs were not welcome at the gas stations. They were, you know, other truckers, they were looking at them down and suspicious because of 9/11 was recent that time, you know. And so we plan to to accommodate our Sikh truckers nationwide, because most of the Sikh truckers, what they were doing, they were transporting produce from California to all over US,
Mm.
especially East Coast.
Mm.
And we plan to accommodate our Sikh truckers and having truck stops where they could have enjoy their own Indian meal. They could enjoy their own. They could be helped their own by own people, and especially truck repair facilities, truck wash facility, Indian restaurant. Even some places we started for places of worship
Mm.
where they can worship according to their own, and they should feel welcome whenever they are at the truck stop. So we started our truck stop. Our first truck stop we opened in near Newcastle in Indiana, and that's how we got into Indiana. Deep recession of 2008
Mm.
that devastated the country, and then we could not move back because of we had to spend another few other years, and then we realized that Indiana is a great place to live because of cost effective
Mhm.
and quality of life here, and cost of living, and one of the best schools
Mm.
in northern area of central Indiana, and people are very friendly. And that first impression was when I came to Indiana, hardly any house has their big uh, backyard fences. They're open
Mm.
and they are very welcoming.
Mm.
They always say hello, how are you,
Mm.
and they were more welcoming than even in California.
Mhm.
And then we decided to stay here, and of course, Indiana is much more business friendly as well, and government policies were to promote more migrated people who are the east and west coast. So that's how we got into Indiana and never got a chance to go back. And
So that's the story of from India to Indiana.
India to Indiana was a story, and that story is very fascinating, because not only we enjoyed a financial strength and wealth for our own community, but also there was a mix of culture of east and west. And now, when I came to Indiana, there were only maybe 10-15 families,
Mm.
and now there are about 50 to 70,000 Indians just in central Indiana within 20 years.